Hello guys and welcome back to this wonderful day in Waveland Park. In the last few episodes we built the entrance area to our park, the entrance plaza, the parking lot, and in this episode we're going to build a lot of stuff because we are going to build the resort for our beautiful park. This is going to be a massive building with a massive outside area with pools and cabanas and and so much stuff. I'm very excited for you guys to see it because I'm very happy with how it turned out in the end. Yeah, and welcome to yet another episode where we don't have any animals in the park, yet we are playing a zoo game. Doesn't look like that since 2 episodes, or this is the 3rd one now. We are building and building and building, and our park is growing, and we don't have any animals in there yet. So I don't know when it will happen, to be completely honest with you, but I think it might be happen in maybe not the next episode, but the episode after that for sure. Because I'm planning to build a habitat for the flamingos that would be perfect for the entrance area for this beautiful park. And yeah, I think it's going to be the episode after the next one where we are going to build for the actual animals in this park. Back to this episode. As I told you, we are going to build the resort for the Waveland Park. I'm going to build a huge hotel for our visitors where they can stay the night, where they can have a great time by the pool, have some drinks at the pool bar and just relax and have a nice stay at our beautiful park. So this is going to be the building. The whole building is built out of non-grid pieces. I used a lot of the concrete pieces once again, as I do very often in my park builds, not only here in Waveland Park but also in Arizona, because I just love the clean and white look of it, and combined with glass it is just... yeah, it gives a little bit of a touch of luxury, I would say. I think, at least. Yeah, so this, what I'm building right now, is going to be the entrance to our hotel. This won't be finished completely because the inside of the hotel has yet to be built or constructed. With the inside, I don't mean that I'm going to build interior for the hotel rooms. That is some crazy stuff that, Eben would do that. But I'm not that kind of guy. I'm definitely not going to build interior for the hotel. I just want to create something like the hotel lobby, the entrance where our visitors enter the hotel, where they can check into the hotel. That's something that I want to do. And also, we remember last episode, also I want to build a restroom in there. So that finally we will have a restroom at our park that we still don't have. We have 4 restaurants, or at least 3 restaurants and 1 bar, and we don't have any restrooms in here, and it will happen in the next episode. So are you excited for that? We are going to build a restroom in the next episode, I promise you guys. Yeah, so as I said, this is going to be the entrance to our hotel. When you enter from the outside of the park, from the parking lot. So we are going to have a path that's going towards there, and you can enter the hotel through a huge lobby that I'm going to build and leave on the other side to the pool area. You can also enter, our hotel guests can also enter the park via the pool area, so they can decide to lay in at the pool in the morning and having a little breakfast or just relax a little bit and then enter the park later via the hotel area, so they don't have to use the main entrance. They can enter the park. Maybe they, like in other amusement parks, you can enter the park early when you are a hotel guest, when you are staying at the resort. So I was thinking that might be possible in this case as well, so that our guests can enter early or can enter throughout the day through a gate from the hotel area that I have yet to build. Yeah, so you can already see the groundwork for the hotel, or the first floor or the ground floor, and I am going to have some kind of tiles that I wanted to create here. I was also using the concrete pieces, which are flexi-color, which is very cool. So I could create something like this, this checkboard optics, which is looking very nice, I think, for the outside here. Yeah, and I also wanted to go very much into detail with the whole build here. So I was deleting this again, and I wanted to make sure that the parts between the tiles would look nice. And so I decided to go for my metal beams that I often use and put them just in between those tiles, color them in white. So this would give the whole thing a very, very nice look. And give it a little bit of contrast because of the gray. The shades of gray. Yeah. Yeah, here you can see we have this kind of walkway for our visitors when they are leaving the hotel, where they can walk outside of the pool area. And I also wanted to have some kind of greenery in here and some plants. So what I was building next was some planters for this area here. Which is also planned, or which was also planned by me for yeah, so you have something that covers a little bit the area of the inside of the hotel, so that the people that are staying outside at the pool won't be able to look into the rooms of the visitors that are staying in the ground floor. Yeah, with that being said, our hotel is going to have 1, 2, 3, I think it is 4 floors that I have built. Unfortunately, there is another video of me building the upper floors, because the video would have been way too long for you guys to see all the things that I did. So I cut a lot of stuff out of it once again, and I hope I left just the interesting parts in there. And I hope you guys enjoy what you see. Yeah, because I thought it is not that important or not that exciting for you to see in the end me building room by room and copying the things around. So I decided to cut that out. But yeah, as I said, we have 4 floors in the end. And what I'm building right now here at the outside, after we have the plants in there, is I was building the pool area. First I thought I wanted to have some kind of a square pool, and then I decided no, square pools are boring, so I wanted to have some roundish shaped pools. In the end, the big pool that I added was looking some kind of yeah, of a controller for Game Station, for PlayStation 1 or something like that. Yeah, but I really do like the shape of it. Here I was just playing around and not knowing where I wanted to go. And this little pool, or this little hole that I dug in the background, is going to be some kind of a whirlpool for our guests. Yeah, which I have to get into it once again when I think about it right now, because I don't have a ladder or something where our visitors can enter the hot tub. What do you guys say? What is the difference between a hot tub and a whirlpool? Isn't it the same, or is it something different? Is a hot tub something that is more like a kind of frisky thing or something like that? Or yeah, just let me know. I'm very curious and I want to find out what's the difference between those two. Yeah, as I said, this is going to be a whirlpool. I have to go into that once again to add some effects for it. Some bubbles, some steam, and also, as I said, a ladder kind of thing that our guests can enter the whirlpool. Yeah, here I was working on the cover for the pool. I wanted to give it a blue bottom because that makes the water look a little bit nicer, and I also wanted to have something like this gap that we have on top of it, which acts like something like an overflow that you might see at so many pools when the water gets out on top of it, so that not the whole area is flooded. So that was my intention in the end, and also it gives the whole thing a very nice contrast. And here you can see what you can do with the whole rotation stuff. Yeah, the two pools are finished and I really do like how they look. I will get into that later in the video, or not in the video but off camera, because I wanted to have these round shapes around the pools a little bit softer and not that rough like they look like right now in the moment. Yeah, because it looks a little bit almost like pixels, and I didn't want to have that. So the next thing that I was building is something that you see in almost every hotel right now, or in every resort. People want to lay by the pool, not only on I just don't know the word. I swear I googled before I started this video some of the words that I wanted to use, but I didn't use this one. So people want to use cabanas right now in their resorts, or when they are laying at the beach. That gives the whole thing a more luxurious feeling, I guess. So I have to check right now what the right word is that I was looking for. Oh, it is called sun lounger. I hope it is called sun lounger, at least Google says it. So that's what I meant. People don't like to lay on the sun loungers at this time. They want to lay in some kind of a cabana that is more like luxury, privacy, and stuff like that. So that was what I am going to build right here. So I built the platform first of all, and in the end, you might see in a few minutes, I'm going to build the rest of it with a little roof and some bedding for our guests, and yeah, Really, really nice and cool stuff. And if this whole resort was real, I would love to book a vacancy there. A vacancy there? A vacation there. Oh my god, my English is pretty bad today. I hope you guys don't mind and you still can understand what I'm saying. Or you just mute me for the rest of the video. Yeah, so here we are finishing our cabanas. Using some of these wooden posts to build some kind of a structure where we can have a roof with some fabric. Yeah, it was really a weird feeling, or it still is a weird feeling to build in this park, because usually I'm not the kind of guy that goes too much into detail with his builds. Yeah, especially if it is not for some kind of animals, if it is just for the guests and it has no practical use in the game, because our guests won't be able to use most of the stuff that is in here. So you won't see any guests using those cabanas or swim in the pool or sitting at the bar at the pool or stuff like that. So yeah, it was weird for me that I was enjoying this so much. But I guess it was just, I did some things, it worked out, I loved it, and I just couldn't stop creating more and more and more of this stuff. And I had so many ideas as well that I wanted to include in this whole area, and I hope this is going to continue. Because I haven't built in this park since about 2 weeks or so. So all that you could see in this episode and in the 2 episodes before was built within a week, I guess. Yeah, it was within a week, because I had some days off from work, and I just was inspired and built the whole stuff. So yeah, as I said, I hope I can keep that up and can come up with some other great stuff in this park, because I really, really, really love the direction in which this is going, and I have so many ideas in my head. I hope I can come up with more of this, and I hope I can build all the stuff that I have in my mind right now. So what I was going to build right here was the beds for our guests, and for this I used the plaster pieces from the North African DLC. Yeah, because they are very, very flexible. Once again, off-grid pieces, of course. And yeah, you also don't have a lot of sea fighting going on if you lay those tiles over each other. So that was very, very easy to use. And I also wanted to have some kind of little tables beside the beds or between the beds. So I built some little tables once again with those plaster pieces, and I also wanted to have some stuff on these tables. First of all, I was looking for some kind of single bottles or glasses or something like this, but I couldn't find any stuff. So I decided to go for some kind of an ashtray and also for a bowl with some fresh fruits, because I thought that would make sense if I put something like that down right here. Even though I noticed, I had this conversation the last few days with some of my friends, that not that many people are smoking these days anymore. Which is a good thing, I guess. I was smoking for almost 20 years. Was it 20 years? 15 or 20 years might have been. And I quit smoking like, must have been like 3 years ago from now. Yeah. Yeah, which I said, which is a great thing, and I had this conversation the last few days that, yeah, as I said, not many people are smoking anymore. Might be the reason because smoking is very expensive, at least in Germany it is very expensive, and yeah, also people are living a lot more healthy right now and taking a lot more care of their health and their bodies, and also what food they are eating. Yeah, don't eat that much meat anymore, and yeah, stuff like that might be a reason as well. Yeah, but back to the game. Also, these fabric pieces here from from the Indian theme, from the base game, I might say, are very, very, very good to improvise some towels. And I also used those pillows again to put down on the beds for our guests so that they lay down comfortable. And also put down some shades on the front of the cabanas. So I didn't know what to use, so to simulate that you could close it in the front so that people can't see you and you have a little more privacy in there. So I decided to go with those fabric pieces, which are the African fabric pieces, I guess. Yeah, and I also built some stairs for our guests where they can enter the pool. And I noticed that the water level in the pools isn't right. That bothers me a lot, but I can't change it at this point because the build is so massive. I can't move anything right now, and or everything right now, and change the ground level so that the water level goes a little bit up. I hope there will be changes in that in the future of this game, because it is it is pretty hard when you can't fix the water level, or you can fix it only in about half a meter options or meter options. I don't know. Yeah, as you can see, the water level is a little bit too low. Yeah, and as you can see right now, I did build some of these regular sun loungers in the meantime. And yeah, put also some parasols in between of them. So for our regular guests that won't be able or willing to invest some more money to get some place in those cabanas, and we also don't have that much cabanas, and we want to have more of our guests to be able to lay by the pool. Yeah, and the next thing that I was building here for this area is going to be the beach bar or the pool bar, I might say. And I was using some of these reed pieces and also some of the bamboo pieces to build some kind of yeah, to give it a little bit of a tiki bar vibe, I guess. And I also did want it to be not just decorative, but I also wanted it to be functional. So I decided to put in some of the counters that we have in the game for Gulpy Slush and Gulpy Soda, I guess, and Cosmic Cow milkshakes and stuff like that, so that our guests will use this area and will go to the pool bar at least and get some drinks over there. I hope they will. So that was the plan, so that we have a little bit of traffic in this area and that it is not just empty and no one will go there. And we will see if this works out in the end when we actually have guests in our park, when we have the first animals in there. Because if we don't have any animals in there, we will not have any guests. So I'm excited to see what will happen when the first guests enter the park and when they use this stuff. Unfortunately, the bar is that close to the pool that our guests will only be able to use one of these counters. I guess I have 3 in there, or is it 4 in the end? I think it is 3. And yeah, only one of them is really usable, but yeah, it is what it is. So here I was building some bar chairs as well, some different bar chairs from those that I built in the inside of our Café Paris. It was Café Paris where I built them first. I also used it in the Art Pop bar. Yeah, but it was Café Paris, so those are different to that. Yeah, so now here's a word that I googled before and I don't know if it is correct, but the thing that I'm going to build here is a springboard. I can't imagine that it is really called springboard because that sounds a little bit weird, but I guess you know what I mean when you see what I'm building here. Inspiration for this was, I wasn't even thinking about something like this, but yeah, some of my fellow YouTubers, Thomas Freaks is actually building a Las Vegas park, and yeah, some members of my community are building some hotels for him, which are amazing. What they came up with, and one of them, Jörg, just built a springboard for the pool area of his hotel, and I was so inspired by this that I had to come up with my own for Waveland Park, because I was thinking, okay, that is definitely something that we need for our pool area as well. So yeah, that was what I was going to build here. And here you can see the finished product, as well as I wanted to have some swim tires in the water and besides the water, because I was thinking that gives the whole thing a little bit more life and makes the whole thing look more fun, and that actually children are using the whole thing. And building those swim tires wasn't that difficult, because we have those art pieces in different shapes and forms and colors, and yeah, I just used them to build those swim tires. And just another thing that I built, or that I wanted to have, was I wanted to have some showers outside here. Because when our guests enter the pool, they might want to take a shower before or afterwards. And so I was using some of these lamps and yeah, built something like a shower cabin in here. And I was also using the special effects for the fountains, for the water fountains, to have actually water in there and also some kind of a sink in the bottom of it where the water could go down when our guests are taking a shower. Yeah, so that is also something that I'm very proud of it. Usually I wanted to use those I can't come up with the words today. Oh my god, this is so exhausting. I wanted to use these tools that we got for the capybaras. So these hot spring showers, wellness, something like that things. But you couldn't go too high with those, so you have to put them down in the ground very low so that it makes sense, because the water didn't reach the ground. So in the end I couldn't use those, and I just thought, okay, let's have a look if we have some of the lamps that we could use for this. And yeah, we have. Yeah, I also put down some planters, and the last thing that I'm doing that you might not see because I didn't record it because it would look a little bit too boring, was I was building a fence around the whole thing and some plants around it. Here you can see where the actual gate is going to be, where our guests can leave the hotel area and go directly into the park. And I was connecting the whole area with path so that our guests can use it. Yeah, and here we are at the end of our video. As you can see, the lobby is still empty. I'm going to do stuff on this, maybe off camera or in the next episode. And maybe in the next episode we will have our first guests in the park. Yeah, with that being said, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for the whole area here. I really love our resort, so I hope you guys tune in next week or in 2 weeks for the next video. And I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, have a great time until the next time. Bye guys.